Hello, Mrs. Q. Hello, Heartstring. Happy Easter. Hello, says what? Happy Easter. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Easter. Hello, Sunflowerish 6. Welcome. Brian Dunlap, Amy Frazier, welcome. Loanise, welcome. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, Delise. I am so happy that everyone is here. Hello, Dooney Traveler. Welcome. Happy Easter. Lucinda, thank you and happy Easter. Thank you, Mrs. Q. Teresa, happy Easter to you as well. Rochelle Nicole, happy Easter. Welcome everyone to the live stream, and we're gonna just keep calling it that until I can get the survey posted and we figure out what we're gonna call it, or I don't know, I make an executive decision on what I'm gonna call it. But there were some really fun creative names that were posted on the community board. Happy Easter, Sonja. So if I could get everyone to just give the video a thumbs up, we are going to talk about, hello Vader, happy Easter. We are going to talk a little bit about the 2019 meetup in Las Vegas. Thank you, Teresa. But I also wanted to just kind of show you, because I know not everyone is on Instagram, to share a couple of things with you, just in case you didn't see it. Happy Easter, Sabrina. Thank you. So the first thing is happy Easter, Samantha. Welcome. The first thing is, if you are not following my beautiful tribe sister, Carmen Hawkins, then you are absolutely missing out. And I would absolutely encourage you, as soon as this live stream is over, to go over and check out her channel. So Carmen has been inspired create. The tribe must be texting and it's coming. All right. Once we get started, there's no stopping. Somebody is liking images, and because I'm on my cell phone, because I did an update yesterday on both my tablet and my MacBook, and lo and be doggone whole, it wants another update today, which is why I've been fumbling around trying to get live. But back to what I was saying. She has been inspired and wanted to do a bit of a DIY gift for the tribe. And confession, because I have been on the road. Welcome, Shirley. Happy Easter. It's been like 2 weeks with my package sitting at my P.O. box. And I committed to her that this weekend while I was home, that I would absolutely go to my P.O. box and get my package. And I am so happy that I did. Because do you see this gorgeous bag charm? It has a little angel that is on the bottom with my initial, and all of these gorgeous, dangly, colorful beads. And it has a clasp here to go on my bag. So if you missed the post on Instagram, I could not resist pulling out a few bags that I thought that my charm would absolutely coordinate with, and decided that I would actually, hi Anj, for the sake of this video, because we're not going to talk about anything else other than these quick 4 items, and then talk about Vegas while the room is building. But here it is, and it has, I don't know if you can see, like these blues and like here, like bluey greens in here. But there's that. It goes perfectly with my Addison Beach bag that is going to be going with me to Cuba. And Anj, I think you have this bag as well because we both like killed our bags a couple of summers ago. But when I got my charm, I immediately thought of this bag, and I thought that this was like the perfect addition to this bag because I can loop it like right here on the buckle. Hi, Ems. I love it. I love it. So I have a few more bags that I know that I have in my collection, as well as the pictures that I posted on Instagram. But I just wanted to shout out my tribe sister, Carmen Hawkins, because she gifted each one of us a bag charm. And I'm so grateful. I have a thing for angels. Is what my keys are on, and I keep one with me at all times. And if I don't have an angel with me, then I absolutely have a cross with me. I just thought that this was so fitting for today because it is Resurrection Sunday. So thank you, Carmen. If you have not been over to check out her channel, then you are absolutely missing out. So the next thing is messing around. Hi, Rhonda. Happy Easter. Messing around with that doggone DJ King in my Valerie voice. I ended up yesterday at TJ Maxx, and all I will say is that was a flippin' nightmare. They only had a handful of bags, none of which I was inspired to bring home. But because Marshall's is next door, she said, you've already battled the lines and waited for parking. You might as well hit both locations while you've got a parking spot. And so I did. And I ended up buying a whole bunch of crap that I did not need and had no intentions of bringing home. And had I not gone into Marshall's, I would not have purchased. But I did find what I'm going to call a closet dive inspired purchase, because my Marshalls had this Carrington for $39.99. This is a Carrington that I bought in the yellow floral print last summer when we were all together for the 2018 meetup. Hello, Claude the Closet Dive. Happy Easter. I got this. I immediately thought, one, I probably should have purchased all three of them when they were available. But this gave me a little bit of a lavender vibe, and I do have a lavender Florentine medium satchel from way back in the day with Fashion Colors, but I dare not trek in there and try to figure out where it is. But my inspiration for getting this was actually this. My steel blue Florentine medium satchel. And again, for those of you that are on Instagram, you've already seen this combo. But for those of you that don't, what do you think? I'm not crazy about the placement because I would have preferred like a big hydrangea here in the center as opposed to the cream background with the steel bluish color here. But overall, I think it pulls the color that I was hoping it would pull. So that's that. So if you're looking for something, I don't know, maybe stumble through TJ Maxx Home Goods, you may be able to find this one from last year, because I'm very pleased with that. And now that I have this, I don't know that I really need any of the other accessories that I picked up, but who am I kidding? I know for sure I'm gonna figure out a way to use them. Happy Easter to you as well, Baghound. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Vegas. All right. Thank you, Baghound. So let's talk about Vegas. So I'm gonna lead with thanks, Vader. So I'm gonna lead with a little bit of a story. I can recall my sister and I were maybe 8 and 9, and it was summer vacation. School was out in South Carolina, and my aunt um, made arrangements with my mother for us to come and spend the summer with her in the DMV area. For those that don't know, DC, Maryland, Virginia. My aunt worked in DC, lived in Maryland. I have family in Virginia. So bouncing in and out of that area growing up and even today is pretty common for me. And I really love that area. But 8 and 9, and I can remember my mom packing us, getting us ready for vacation, and her having a phone conversation, hi Diva 9000X, with my aunt and telling her, listen, do not tell my girls what your plans are for them for this summer. She said, and you don't want to do that with 8 and 9 year olds, because when you tell them that you are going to do something, they are like hawks. They are waiting for it to happen. They are expecting it. There is no backing out of it. She's like, they don't care how tired you are. They don't care what kind of day you have had at work. It is far better to surprise my girls than to tell them today when I get home from work, we are going to go to, I don't know, the Children's Museum. And then you get home, you've been sitting in rush hour forever. You're hot, you're tired, you're hungry, you're aggravated. And all they've been thinking about all day is, we're going to the Children's Museum. So I share that with you because announcing Vegas a year in advance could be a little like that summer with my mom warning my aunt, don't announce things. You just do them. So, couple things. The first is I have really been working on Vegas. At the same time, I have been working on Cuba. I have been working on Nashville. I have been trying to figure out what Charlotte is going to look like. Trying to make sure that things are not stacked on top of each other and that I have time to truly plan and make each event unique. Now, what a lot of you don't know is that the all of the planning, with the exception of the very first meetup, and thank you to Ivana for scouting the restaurant and the hotel for us to have our very first meetup. But for those events since then, I've done the planning, and for all of the gifts, I've paid for that out of pocket. If it was not announced in a video as a sponsored gift or giveaway, then it came out of my personal pocket. Needless to say, I've kind of had a little bit of a change of heart about that going forward, and that's primarily because people register for events. It's kind of like the RSVP, right? It's free. We just want you to be courteous and let us know whether you're coming or not. And if you're not, to let us know well enough in advance that you're not, so that we can adjust or so that somebody else can take that spot. But not everyone operates in that same space as it relates to like free tickets and RSVPs. So I know that you have all heard, if you have been here before, that not only will there will be a deposit for Vegas. So this is one of those situations where you're going to have to put your money where your reservation is, and your reservation is also going to have a fee to it, because for this size group, I won't be paying for everything out of pocket. And I know that I had a tribe sister that so graciously paid for the transportation in Chicago, and we really appreciate that. It was a huge surprise. It made that event over the top. It allowed us to really spend time together and to be able to form as a tribe. But that's not something that I expect her to do again, and I don't expect others to do it, you know. So that's where I'm going to leave that. So let me back up. So I reached out to a travel agent because I know that with the cost of Vegas, having a payment plan sometimes makes things a bit more affordable, especially if you're accustomed to like Easy Pay or Dooney Pay, or from a budgeting standpoint, having those options makes things a bit more affordable, attainable, budget friendly. So that's the reason that I was working with a travel agent, because functionality actually works. But as I looked at the three options that the travel agent sent to me, each one of them was more expensive than the other. And the best option, which was Center Strip, for those that wanted to be in the thick of the Vegas nightlife, was actually the same cost as Cuba. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. The weekend in Vegas, just the hotel and the flight, no food, no drink, no transportation once you get there, was just as expensive as our upcoming vacation to Cuba. I could not in clear conscience come on and sell that as the best option. So I checked with one of my tribe sisters, that whose opinion I greatly respect. She is much like I am, in that when we travel, we want to get the most bang for our buck. Probably not the best person in this regard to get advice from, because I don't have to be in the thick of stuff in order to enjoy it. And excuse me, neither does she, right? So I probably consulted the person that has the most in common with me from a travel perspective, because I don't mind being on the outside. I don't have to be in the thick of the Strip and Vegas. I don't have to be able to go downstairs at 3 a.m. and drop money in a slot machine. I don't have to do any of that. I want those things accessible to me, but I also like being in the peace and the quiet so that I can decompress. I want access to restaurants. I want access to shopping. I want access to spa activities and all of those things. And yes, you can get all of those things when you are on the Strip, but they come at a premium cost. And I just, for me, decided staying on the Strip was not that's not that I'm not putting that in my budget, because I did the Dooney math, and for what that cost, I could have a really nice haul. So I just decided I wasn't going to do that. That being said, I waited, and I changed at the y'all see the texts are still going. So I made a decision after talking to my tribe sister that I was going to do a couple of things. The first is that for those of you that really, really, really want to stay on the Strip, have at it. I'm not staying there. Nothing against any of the fabulous properties on the strip. It is purely a peace of mind and budget decision for me. And I expect each and every one of you that are planning to make the trip to make that decision for yourself. Now, what I did decide is to book a property a little bit off the strip. I can't, I'll figure out the texting later. A little bit off the strip, price point, lot better, much more included in the price. And when I called and spoke with the agent, not the travel agent, this is just me checking on my own here. For our group size, she recommended that even though the price was good, that doing a group rate would actually bring the price down a little bit more. But because I know how people do when it comes to reservations, I am waiting until Easter Sunday, sundown, and I'm going to reach back out to the travel agent and say, hey, I need you to do a package at this property so that the deposit still applies, so that it is still economical for folks that want to go, and it gives them, basically the next 6 months to pay that cost off. So for my tribe sisters that already booked the hotel, hold your reservation, hold it. And if the group sales comes back with a cheaper rate, all you'll have to do is cancel it and then rebook under the group rate, because we're still so far in advance. Otherwise, I would say just hold off until Benita should have the rate back to me by Wednesday of this week. Now, just so that you have an idea of where we were versus the rate that I'm looking at right now without a group rate, just so that you can kind of start doing the math in your head. Right now, the room rate based on the options that I already have from the agent was like $279 a night before tax, before resort fees. So you do that math, 2 nights, and tack on your flight. You haven't eaten, you haven't gotten transportation, you haven't done any retail therapy. Exactly, Diva 9000X. It was a lot. And if I can't wrap my mind around it, I can't sell it. I can't pitch it. I can't do that with a clear conscience. So think about those numbers compared to what I got yesterday was $184 a night for a king and $205 for a queen, which is like a really nice property, still within walking distance of the strip, many more amenities, and the price point is decent for Vegas right now. And I'm hoping we're going to be able to get like the $199 for like the queen and maybe around the $179 for the king. I think that makes it a whole lot better. You're still going to have to pay a deposit, particularly if you are in a Southwest airline market, because the rates for this were based on Southwest markets. And Southwest, when you are doing a vacation package, requires $160 deposit. That is a non-refundable deposit. And that is because the majority, if not all of that money, goes towards securing your airfare for one way. All right. Yep. The Sure Shannon Show, it sure is. It is a lot of money, but if you're going to go, you're going to have to spend that money in order to get there. And we've had a lot of people that have made commitments, and then I go and spend money on, trinkets and gifts and giveaways and stuff, and then the group size significantly shrinks. So this is an attempt to, one, make sure that people who are only serious about going register, because there will be a fee with that, and that when you book your accommodations, you're serious about going, because it is more than just putting your name on a list. That being said, everyone that was previously registered when the event launched last year, because that's how long we've been talking about Vegas. It was May, end of May, June last year. All of that event in Eventbrite is completely being canceled because it had all free tickets to it. And the new event is going to launch. I promise you that I will not open registration up and not come on live and let you know that it is available, or that there will be a video that posts so that you know that it is available. I will commit to doing one of the two so that you don't miss out. Now, that being said, the registration fee is going to be used to make the event better, right? So I'm not pocketing your money. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. But it does put us into a better position, one, to know how many people to prepare for, and so that other logistics for the event can be taken care of. So October 25th, 26th, and 27th, I agree, Anj. I am actually going to come out on a red eye on the night of the 24th so that I can decompress. Yes, Kimberly. So that I can decompress, so that I have time to put swag bags and gifts and giveaways and that kind of thing together. There will... I'm not sure right now what I'm going to do from a transportation standpoint, whether that's going to be on your own, or whether, depending on the number of people, whether we go another party bus with everybody contributing towards that. I haven't figured that out. The agent can absolutely make those arrangements. But here's the deal. Here's the way this is going to work. I hate going with people to events and they feel like we have to be like this the entire time, where you do not have room to breathe. You don't have. So no, we have not been that group of ladies. If you want to do something different, if you want to go back to the room, if you want to stay and spend more time, on the strip, if you want to go have a massage, if you want to go back to the outlets, if you want to hit a mall, if you want to just go back to your room and decompress, if there's something else you want to do, those of us that are content creators, we oftentimes spend time when we're away so that you can either get B-roll or so that you can actually film or live stream while we're together. But remember, we said what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. So maybe other than a haul, that's probably about all you're going to see from me. And that's just me saying that if you want to participate, you will have 6 months to get your payment finalized so that you can actually go. All right. So that's where we are. So I'm traveling in Thursday night after work on a red eye so that I only have to burn one vacation day. If you want to wait and travel out Friday after work so that you don't have to burn any vacation time, or maybe you don't work on Fridays, then have at it. But I'm going to do Thursday night after work on a red eye because flights out on Thursday are way cheaper than they are on Friday. So I'm going to save a little bit on the front side doing that. On Friday, there are a few of my tribe sisters that we said we are going to grab a rental car and go and explore some of the sights and scenes and parks and nature and cross over into Utah, and we're gonna go and see the Hoover Dam, and we're gonna just do some fun stuff during the day because our first event will not be until 6 p.m. on Friday evening, which is when we will do our official meet and greet. That's when we will all show up in the, at the hotel and have some drinks and some finger food, and just kind of get to know each other, and then make a decision about what we want to do for dinner from a local standpoint. On Saturday morning, we will get up, and that's going to be our retail therapy time. So we will actually go and hit Dooney and some of the other outlets. I'm sure at the way 2019 is going, it's probably going to be a bit of an accessories scavenger hunt because we haven't just been buying a lot of bags, it's been a lot of accessories. So that will be Saturday, with lunch on your own at the mall, and then Saturday night, 6 p.m. again, cocktails, um, finger food, and then for those that want to go to the strip, those that want to do a show, the show, or both, your decision based on what you want to do, based on what you want to do from a financial standpoint. So that takes us through Saturday. And then on Sunday morning, we will get up, do breakfast, brunch, hang out. If you want to go back to the strip, you do that. If you want to go back and do retail therapy, you do that. If you want to just hang around the hotel, maybe poolside and chit chat and spend time with the tribe and get to, build on these relationships before we part, and make our way back to our respective homes, have at it. And then at the 6 p.m. ish time is when I plan to depart, because that's already going to be pretty late on the East Coast, which means that I will be really early getting in because that's going to be more of like a red eye. So that is the plan, unless I can get like a cheaper flight leaving at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then it's like I'll see y'all later. All right, I'm just telling you the truth. Everybody will have to do what they are comfortable with. Hi, Dooney Traveler. So that's where we are. I'm going to follow up with the agent. At this point, I've made the decision that the number of rooms that the hotel can accommodate is, I'm not going to cap it, because if you're serious, you're going to have to pay up front. So no sense in restricting the group size, although that gives me a bit of anxiety. I may sleep on that and change my mind. But again, for those of you that are registered from the first post, you're going to get a cancellation for that event. I will announce either be via a video or live stream when the new registration is up. And as soon as I get the negotiated rate back, I will post that. The dates are not changing. It is the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th of October. But I personally will be traveling in on the 24th. I think it's worth me burning one vacation day. I've never been into Utah, and I want to be able to check that state off of my places I visited in 2019 list. So I'm personally going to do that, and know that a few of my tribe sisters planned to do the same thing. So that's where we are right now. Yes, Shirley, there will be room. I don't even want to call it new people, because it's just gonna be tribe people. That's where we are. I will prepare the link for Eventbrite. I will. You'll have all of the details. I promise you, no one has missed any details. No one has gotten left out. There is still room in the inn. But I'm going to say this as well. Don't bring your foolishness to Vegas. I'm just going to say it. And I just need all that understand what that means to just type amen. It's a good Easter Resurrection Sunday. And I just need the church to say amen, that you understand. Don't bring your foolishness to Vegas. I see the amens coming in, and I need 56 of them. Because I don't know who's planning to come and who's not. But let me tell you, we do not do foolishness. We just don't. And anything, any situation, or anyone that destroys or attempts to destroy that peace, let me tell you, Mrs. Q, what is it that your shirt says? It says, I'm saved, but you can catch these hands. Oh my goodness, I'm not a fighter, but let me tell you, you'll forget that you were with a group by the time we're done with you. you will completely forget that you were with a group because we are just in a different place. We enjoy each other's company. We are not caught in our feelings. Nobody is watching anybody else's money or their pockets. Nobody is discouraging a purchase. If you cannot come and be a freaking flipping healthy enabler, save your deposit and stay at home. We still love you. You can come hang out on Sundays and Saturdays and on-demand videos, and we welcome you. But all I'm saying is if you're going to bring the foolishness, just stay at home. Just watch the videos after it's all said and done. Because the worst, what is that saying? It says, better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. That's all I'm going to say on that. Don't come to Vegas and remove the doubt. Okay? Okay. We're all adults here. And if you can't fake it through a weekend and stay on your best behavior, stay at home. Or stay on the strip, or stay at a different property. Just you can meet us if you like at the outlets. You could do right, Diva 9000. That's take your meds, whether that's a pill or a drip or a patch or a syringe. Just take your meds. Come on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior, because I'm telling you, it's not pretty when you're not. It's just not. It's just not pretty when you're not. And I don't know, like women, the women I know, we have memories like elephants. You know what that means, right? Does anybody know what that means? When you have a memory like an elephant, that means we don't forget anything. So you may think that time has passed, that the clouds have parted and the sun has come out again, and in the back of our mind, we're still thinking that heifer right there, that one right there, that showed her butt in Vegas. That, yeah, you. So stay on your best behavior. Take your meds. Watch your own debit and your own credit card and your own cash. Come with your own bail money if you got other intentions. Y'all, that's all I'm saying. Because it only takes one fool to destroy the peace. Just one. Just one. All right, that's it. Because I have stuff to do. Diva 9000X, Beverly Johnson email me, please. And anyone else that is in the Houston area, email me. I'll be available on tomorrow evening for dinner and drinks, and possibly again on Thursday. So email me, Dooney Addict 615 at hotmail.com. Right. Yes, Shirley, and we do not deal with fools. My brother has a saying. He's like, Lord, there's a fool on the loose. And he'll also say, I don't need to be another fool on the loose, because he can get a little wild sometimes, and that's a whole nother thing. But if you cannot be on your best behavior, just stay at home. We will miss you. We will see you on Sunday during the live stream, but just stay at home. All right. So that's all I have. I appreciate my tribe sister Carmen. She is hanging out with her family and her adorable nieces today with their fantastic Easter baskets. I hope that each and every one of you have enjoyed your Resurrection Sunday, that you keep top of mind, not just today, not just tomorrow, but that it is always top of mind for you, the sacrifice that was made on the cross for each and every one of us. I don't take that lightly. And, you know, in my profession, I have to walk a very, very thin line between not offending other religions. And sometimes I feel that in not offending other people and their beliefs, that I'm neglecting or disrespectful of mine. And it's a very, very thin rope for me to stay on, because when you say Happy Easter or when you say Merry Christmas, not everyone believes in those things. But if I say Happy Holidays to you, then what does that say about what I believe about Christmas or what I believe about the cross? So I hope no one gets offended. I won't be offended by your beliefs or your salutations or your greetings. And that's the beauty of this tribe, is we have an appreciation and a respect for everyone, and the differences that make us uniquely who we are. And we're not all the same. And what a boring world it would be if we all were. So again, be respectful. Remember that not everyone believes what you believe. But just because they believe something different doesn't give you right to judge. I don't know if y'all heard me. So that's all I have. To my tribe sisters, y'all have been absolutely amazing this week. You don't know how. Just thank you. Thank you for this week. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for this week. So, with that being said, please make sure that you thumbs up this video before you head out. If you missed the first part of the video, I would ask that you go back and watch the beginning so that you can see like the Dooney goodness that I shared, and then so that you can get the details of Vegas. For Beverly Johnson and Diva 9000X, it looks like, I don't know about Thursday. I fly home on Thursday. And Tuesday night is I've got an event after work, and I'm not sure how long that's going to be. So Monday or Wednesday would actually work best. But let's just get together in an email and figure it out. Um, that's it, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Resurrection Sunday. I hope that you carried a fantastic bag with gorgeous matching accessories today, that you were able to enjoy the sunshine, that you were able to spend time with family and friends, that you were able to spend some time and observe um, Resurrection Sunday. Just, I mean, there's just no other way to put it, that you spent time in worship and that you were able to reflect on what today is really, really about. So, thank you so very much for watching. On Friday night, we will be hanging out in Mrs. Q's channel for Real Friday. Who's hosting Tribe Time Saturday morning? Is that you, Mrs. Q? Is it bouncing back and forth between the two of us, or Kim, Sonja, Ems, Carmen? Rochelle, where have you been? Rochelle Anj and I like started our channels within like days of each other. And she's been MIA, so I'm happy to see you back. All right, so Saturday morning, 11 a.m., we will be hanging out with Kimberly Mines for Tribe Time. So be there 11 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central. Again, Friday night on Mrs. Q's channel. Make sure that you are checking out Carmen Hawkins, Mrs. Q, Ange Loves, Dooney. Rochelle, do you have new content up? Bags of Love, Bag Hound, Suz What, Sonja Covington, Kimberly Mines, I'm gonna mess it up. Melissa Loves Purses, Military Mom, My Pursuit of Happiness, Honey is Natural. I already said Bag Hound, The Closet Dive. Again, remember, enter over on that channel with your debit or credit card in hand. I just have to give you that warning. That's my disclaimer every week. Let's see who else. The Handbag Hauler, M's Squared. Hi, Mocha. I'm forgetting like a ton of channels, but y'all charge it to my head and not my Easter heart. Yes, I'm Purse Happy too. Purse Delighted, Purse Demented, Purse Delighted. We got a lot of purses around this part of the world. Just make sure that you're checking out all of the amazing content creators in this community. D. Blair, yes, and sharing with them. Sharing, of your time, spread your watch time out across all of them. Is that just being Nashay? I need to go back and watch a video and see how she pronounces it. My bad. Oh, and don't forget to check out DJ King. I'm not sure where she is this evening, but she'll pop back in the comments, I'm sure. Thank you so very much for watching, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your Resurrection Sunday. Stay tuned for the final details for Vegas. Do know that you will have to pay both the deposit or pay for the registration and the deposit for your travel, because we only want serious people to register. So you will get a cancellation if you were previously registered, and I will let you know when Eventbrite opens up for the newest registration. That's all I have. I've had fun with y'all tonight. Have an amazing week, and until next time, I do hope that you find something that feeds your duty addiction. Take care.